Hi, welcome to a new vlog, welcome to a weekend vlog, welcome to a beautiful Friday afternoon. Yes, it's afternoon. I lose track of time sitting here at my desk, what can I say? So yes, it is afternoon on Friday. I have been to physical therapy. It's going to be a busy day and it's gonna be a good weekend, I think. I'm looking forward to the weekend. It's the last weekend where I'll know I have work to do the next week. It's the last weekend of the semester. Yeah, I'll have grading to do next week and then final grades to post. But yeah, it's almost done. It's almost done. So I'm gonna try to just plow through a bunch of the grading this afternoon. At 3, I have a Zoom call. That'll be fine. I'm looking forward to seeing people, but it is a work call. It's not a fun call. I do need to try to have a fun call with a friend. I'm helping her with something, but it's kind of a mix of work and not work. So it'll be fun to see her and help her out with what she's working on. So yeah, in between the calls, I have so much grading to do. But in addition to, I did check, and with the exception of the couple students who I knew weren't going to turn the reflective essay in last night, everyone else has. So that's great. Some of the late assignments are also starting to be turned in. So yay, I can get my grading done. I'm going to try to get the majority of that done today. Anything I don't get done, I will finish on Monday. I have already posted the announcements for today. So yeah, things are in a good spot. But in book news, we're kind of starting this vlog off with a bit of excitement. I've got a package. Inside this package is the physical proof copy of More Than Fate. I just picked it up from my post box and I'm so nervous to open it. By the time this vlog goes up, you will have seen the cover reveal. But yeah, as of now, I have not seen it. And I just want it to be okay. I just want everything to look how it's supposed to look so that we can just know we're good, we're done. And then it's just a waiting game. So, okay. This is always such a nerve-wracking experience. The first time you see your book. Oh, the cover feels good. I'm like feeling it inside. Okay. Oh, it's so pretty. And it's centered. It's centered enough. I'm not gonna, okay, there's nothing in the envelope. Spine looks good. Back looks good. Oh, yay. Okay, are you ready? Now that you've heard me respond to it, are you ready to see? Dun, 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 dun. There we go. More Than Fate. So there's the spine. So title and then Tamsin and I's name. We went with a different font for, I'm gonna do a whole video. The starry background and the title font, and there's actually 2 constellations. So we've got Taurus up here and Pisces down here. All of that was illustrated for us by a friend of Tamsin's. So that is how we have this gorgeous title font. But when I tried to then put that on the side, it because the capital letters are so big, it made the rest of the letters in each word really small on the spine. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to like make room to put it on the bookshelf back here. So I can read you the back of the book. I'll have to see if Tamsin wants me to cut that out, but I think we'll leave it in. So, 2 women, 2 lives, 2 love stories, a lot of fate. One woman is 20, one is 40. 20-year-old Macy Banks is seeking her perfect love story after spending her teenage years reading romance novels. 40-year-old Isla Stewart writes those romance novels, although she hasn't had her own love story yet. Some would say Macy is too young to know anything about true love, and some would say Isla is too old to find it. They are both on a similar journey despite their age difference. Macy's at university dealing with the pressure of early adulthood. Isla is an established novelist on a journey of her own. Macy and Isla, despite their differences, have both experienced heartbreak and overcome hurdles of both a different and similar kind. They are eager to find that special someone whenever and however the fates will allow. So that's your back of the book description. I need to look inside the book. I haven't even looked inside. That's never the part I'm worried about. Oh my gosh. It's so nice. It's so nice. So there's the inside, chapter 1. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. I need to text Tamsin and Marco Polo her and show her everything, but this just vellum makes the interior so flipping easy. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it all looks great. It feels good. Made in USA, Middletown, Delaware is where this one was printed. Fresh book smell. No, I'm happy about that. I'm very happy with this cover. Oh, yay! Okay, stay tuned. Coming soon to Amazon. Everything's ready. It's really we just have to hit publish, or I just have to hit publish because it's on my account. But everything is ready. Oh, our author pictures. It looks exactly how I wanted it to look. Obviously, well, the one you buy won't have the not for resale bar. But yay, this can get added to my little shelf here on the desk. I'm going to leave it out and stare at it for a little while, but eventually I've got my other 2 proof copies on the shelf in front of me. So now there's a third one. There's a third one to add to the collection. Oh my gosh. Honestly, when you finally hold the book in your own hands, I can't wait for Tamsin to get a copy. We weren't able to order her a proof copy. When you finally hold your book in your own hands, it's the best thing ever. It's just the best thing ever. It makes it all real. Like this was all in my head just a few months ago. It was still not in book form. These are the moments I live for. They really are. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have to get to work. But there we go. We're starting the vlog off with a bang and a book reveal. I can't wait until we do the cover reveal and I can blast pictures of this all over Instagram. Because right now I can't share this because we haven't shared the cover yet. Okay, I need to Marco Polo Tamsin and then get back to grading. But I will check with you guys either later today or sometime tomorrow. Okay, it is now quite a bit later in the day. I didn't get as much grading done as I would have liked, so I'm going to do some grading tonight. I never work at night on teaching stuff, but I have 2 more classes of reflective essays to grade, and I had said in my announcement that went out today that those should be graded by the end of the night tonight, so I don't want to put them off until Monday. So I'm just going to put something on TV and grade. But for now, I'm going to go turn on the news and just kind of sit and relax for a little bit and figure out what I want to do for dinner, and then get that going. And yeah, just have a chilled out, relaxing evening. I'm ready to not be at this desk anymore. That is for sure. Good morning. Oh my gosh, it's a glorious Saturday. I have slept like the best I have slept in months. Woke up feeling like that felt like a pretty good sleep. Like I feel pretty good, and I went to check my sleep app. That's why. 10 hours of sleep. 7 hours and 17 minutes of those quality sleep, and 3 hours and 25 minutes of deep sleep. I'm in heaven. I'm ecstatic with that sleep. I hope I can do it again, because that was amazing. I just feel so good right now. I don't have anything planned today. Tomorrow, Mom and I are going to go to Whole Foods again. Last weekend on Saturday, Tamsin and I were, it's crazy. Last weekend, Tamsin and I were uploading everything to KDP, and now just a week later, I've got a book in my hands. Ah! Oh, it's so exciting. I can't stop looking at it. I sent the pictures to Tamsin. She's ecstatic as well. She was sending me back some really funny, excited text messages and replies to my Marco Polo. So we're both very, very excited. This will be releasing on May 11th. Official launch day will be May 11th. So make sure that you are following us on Instagram, following on the More Than Fate Facebook page. And yeah, it's very exciting. We're so close. We are so close. So yeah. So I'm going to go get some breakfast, brunch. It's not noon yet, but it's getting close. It's almost 11:30. So brunch. I'm going to make some brunch. And yeah, then go get back in bed, have breakfast in bed while I read. I still have The Royal We to read, so that is my focus for this weekend. But yeah, I will check with you guys probably tomorrow. So cue the B-roll of my relaxing Saturday. Good morning. It's Sunday. I'm going to Whole Foods. Mom is currently on her way, so we're gonna go do that. I slept well, not as well as the night before last. That was just magic. That does not happen very often. I'm gonna go sort out my grocery list. I'm tracking Mom. tracking her location on my phone. She's having to take a detour to get to me. We'll see what we can find at Whole Foods and then come home and get back to relaxing. I'm home. It was nice getting out for a bit. Whole Foods was nice. Going earlier, we went earlier this weekend, so it was a little bit quieter than it was last weekend, which was nice. Of course, then everyone seemed to be checking out at once, so there was a little bit of a crowd up by the register. Yeah, so Whole Foods was good. I want to go curl up in bed with the book. I'm still reading The Royal We, as I mentioned earlier, so I really want to finish that today. That is the plan. That is what I'm going to try to do so that I can have a little bit of a book review at the end of this vlog. So if I'm going to do that, I need to stop talking to you now, go get my breakfast and my coffee, and go get back to reading. Alrighty, it is now considerably later in the evening. It's 6:30. I finally finished The Royal We. Yeah, I was really hoping it would redeem itself in the end, and it didn't. Oh my gosh, it's so long. It took me forever to read. Mostly because it needed to be edited more. It's a royal romance set within a fictional British royal family, but very loosely adapted from the actual British royal family. I mean, it's a ton of gossip. I guess if you like royal watching and you like royal gossip and you're always interested in the next, latest, greatest scandal, you'd like the book. I do think there's an audience for the book. And it has, done really well and it's gotten good reviews. But both because I felt like I'm trying really hard to be nice. Because I don't like tearing other people's work apart. So trying to look at it objectively, I think the biggest flaw was that it just wasn't that tight as far as the editing goes. And so it felt like it's broken up into like 4 or 5 parts. Each part felt like its own book. It literally feels like I have read 5 books. But if that were the case, each of those books would only be like less than 100 pages. So, it's 478 pages. I'd say part of that is back matter and a bonus chapter. So, it's probably a little over 400 pages. So the length, it's really not that long. I've read longer books and felt like they've gone away faster. So it's not that it's so long, and that's why it took me ages to read. It's not that gripping in a lot of places. There are some chapters and scenes that, like, each part of the book felt like it needed to be shorter and more condensed. So it's not about William and Kate, but it sounds like it's about William and Kate, basically. The only difference is the main female character is an American. It's sort of a strange hybrid between, like, just straight up gossip magazine and American fairy tale fantasy. So it starts off with them at Oxford and their kind of uni days and the beginning of their relationship, and then goes through, I don't want to say too much because I don't want to give spoilers, but it also kind of feels like some of the stuff that happens, if you were following, or at least later on learned more about William and Kate's, like, story, you're gonna know a lot of what happens. But then they also come in with stuff that's, like, completely made up and fictional. But it almost feels like because they use so much that isn't entirely fictional, it really blurs the lines between what they think is truth and fiction, and it just, I didn't really like that. When I'm reading a royal romance, I want it to be fiction, not only because I don't really care about the gossip and the speculation, but also I want to feel like I'm reading someone's actual creativity. And it feels like little details where they could have made something up and really made these characters seem interesting and engaging and make you care about the characters. I think I'm hitting on what really bothered me. It's the little characterization details that they tended to pull from real life. And so the characters end up feeling like caricatures. I think that really is the biggest thing that bothered me. The whole thing just felt like a caricature set within a soap opera. And I love my drama in a romance novel. I'm even fine with a bit of melodrama and, like, soap opera aspects. But I need to care about the characters. And I feel like because these characters just always felt like caricatures of real people, it made it hard for me to, like, really get in to the characters. So I feel like for some people, they'd love this book. I guess you could see it as just a fun, lighthearted, tongue-in-cheek kind of play on things. But then I come back to the editing issue, and it just feels like even in being, like, tongue-in-cheek and stuff, it really wasn't that successful. I might read the second book if I can find it through the library. I'm not buying it. I bought this one, and, like, okay, fine, I bought it ages ago, so whatever. But I'm not buying the second book. If I can find it through my library, I might read the second one just to see if any of the issues with the first one are resolved with the second one. I did kind of come to like the characters by the end, but it really felt like when you finally it starts off in the present day on the eve of the royal wedding, and there's, like, drama that's starting, and then it flashes back to the beginning of the relationship, and I swear by the time it finally got back up to where it had started in the prologue, I couldn't remember, like, what had been hinted as, like, the drama in the prologue. Like, that's how long it took and how much other stuff had happened. And it was just like, yeah, it didn't work for me. I think my other issue with this book is it just felt like they knew, and, like, the publishers knew that, like, everyone loves Will and Kate, and everyone is obsessed with the British royal family, and so let's just put any book out there that we can say is even loosely inspired by them, and it'll sell copies. And so it felt like the work of, like, really editing the book, making sure that the character development and the plot development, the pacing was just not good. And that's not me as a writer. Like, I really try to separate my thoughts as a writer from my thoughts as a reader. As a reader, it should not have taken me like today and yesterday reading it for 4 hours, more than 4 hours, about 4 hours each day. So 8 hours just this weekend, plus I'd been reading it throughout the week. Like, it should not have taken me that long to read a romance novel. It's not frickin' Tolstoy. I swear, I almost feel like I could have read Anna Karenina faster than I read this book. So yeah, there are my thoughts on The Royal We. If it's on your list, take my thoughts with a grain of salt, I guess. You know, everyone's different. It's got a lot of really good reviews. I just feel like ultimately the pacing was way off and it dragged the whole book down. There were some really great moments. I do want to say that. There were some really funny moments, some really engaging moments, some really romantic moments. And there were moments where you really did love the characters, but they just felt really sporadic and like really far spaced apart in between all the moments that just kind of dragged the book down. So bit disappointing, that one, I won't lie. I mean, I gave it 2 stars. I almost gave it 3, but I just feel like between feeling like the characters were more caricature and feeling like the pacing was just really off and just irritated that like a 400, slightly over 400 page book took me so long to read. This just, yeah. Not good. Anyway, we'll stop there. We'll move on to our Hugo question of the vlog. This is interesting. How important is having a clean and tidy home for you? If you could see the state of my home, you would know the answer. Clearly, it's not that important to me. It is, but not at the expense of sleep or getting my work done. Like, for me, cleaning is like the lowest. Like, okay, also, like, there's a difference for me between clean and tidy. Like, I make sure that my kitchen is clean. I try to clean my bathroom. I try not to have things that are actually dirty. I take my trash out, all of that sort of stuff. I wash my dishes. I don't let my dishes sit for too long. But, like, if I don't get the dishes washed one night, like if I have to do them the next day, so be it. It's just not always a priority, to be honest. So yeah, it's important. It's important to have a clean home. It's semi-important to have a tidy home, but it neither is something that I obsess over and have to have it a certain way every hour of every day. But I'd love to know how important is having a clean and tidy home for you. Hopefully you're not all clean freaks. I'm gonna make me feel really bad about admitting that I'm not. Yeah, let me know in the comments. Say hi in the comments. Let me know how you're doing. Tomorrow is a Monday, but it's not going to be a normal Monday because I'm done teaching. I'm done with office hours. It's technically finals week. So it's really just wrapping up the last bit of grading. So come back to the next vlog to see how that goes. Also, the cover reveal is going to be tomorrow. I've shown you the cover in this. Here it is again. We're going to end the vlog how we started it with this beautiful cover and this gorgeous book. I'm so excited. But in the next vlog, I'm thinking of doing like a little behind the scenes of the cover reveal and talk more about how I created the cover and what the process was like for that. So come back to the next vlog. There'll be some teaching end of semester stuff and some book related stuff. It should be good. Give the vlog a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you're not subscribed. All of that good stuff. And I will see you all very soon in the next vlog. Thank you very much for watching this one. Bye! Thank you.